Chicago, there's a lot of things that's happening under your nose. And thank God that we have social media today, because social media allows for us to be able to communicate more effectively without letting the powers that be control the information that gets out. And so I'm always mining, and I'm always keeping my eyes and my ears to the street and checking my emails and seeing what the people are sending me and all of that. And I just so happen to get a lot of people that have been DMing me and saying, Anton, they already got the ability to work. They got the work visas. They got the jobs. I said, that can't be true, because I ain't seen nobody report about it in the news. I ain't seen nobody report about it in the news. The news don't even start to talk about it until after it's already out in the open for everybody to see. They just capitalizing off of whatever it is that we seeing. I said, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. And then there started to be some real life, significant, decent sized YouTube channels that live in Chicago, both black and white people, that said that, Anton, it's happening already. They not reporting about it. They not talking about it. They not announcing it because it's election season and they don't already want a tsunami of things that's happening. And so I had to start paying attention. And I said, all right, well, let me start going through this and mining this and sharing it with the people. And I'm going to let the people come to a conclusion and make an informed decision. How about that? Let's see what this good old white man over here got to say about what's happening in Chicago. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
You ready for story time? It's going to blow your mind. So I'm leaving work a little late right now. It is 4:49. I open the shop at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're typically there about 6:30, 6:45 now.
First of all, this is a hard-working white man. Can we get a round of applause for the hard-working people and you citizens of the United States of America? This is a hard-working white man that is opening the shop at 7 in the morning, working in the cold. His YouTube channel is Ford Boss Me. Ford Boss Me, and it looks like he has 90. That has went up significantly since I checked this channel. Went up significantly, 92,000 subscribers on YouTube. And this man has a regular everyday job, and he's working through it, working on it, and trying to figure it out, okay? I don't rock with people based off of the color of their skin. I rock with people based off of the content of their character. And he opens up the shop every day at 7 in the morning, and he don't leave until at least 6:30 in the afternoon. This is a man that is working. Let's hear what he has to say. I want to know what your experience is, sir.
A couple hours ago, we have a guy come in and says, hey, these hoses and this pump, this whole long assembly or whatever. He says, I am looking for this. I found some guy on the street that said he would be able to fix this, but the guy was like jerking me around and said it'd be like $800 to fix this because it's a pump, it's a coolant pump on an Audi like Q5 or something like that. And it's just two big long rubber lines. And he says, if we, the guy was telling me it'd be about $800 to replace it or something like that, right? So the guy replacing the hose was feeding him a bunch of BS, and he wasn't feeling very good about it. And I got to a point where I'm starting to talk to him about some personal stuff, and I was like, you know, we're listening to my parts guy kind of translate everything. He was like, what? How soon do you need it? When do you need it? Yada yada yada. Yeah, go ahead, help yourself. So the guy, people here, I mean, people here just in the city, they don't care. You can be.
When people get frustrated with the drivers that's going on around them, and they got life and circumstancing in their life, they start talking off script, on camera. He said, yeah, go ahead. He's talking to another driver. He don't like what's going on around him. He said, these people just came into America and they doing what they want to do, and I'm sick of it.
In traffic, lined up or whatever, they're pushing their way right in. Exiting a parking lot, this guy's got Hispanic flags on the back of his car or something like that, and he noses himself out into traffic in between two cars like, you're gonna let me go. Anyway.
Let me tell you something. our white fellow Americans, they are tired of y'all coming over here, putting other flags on your cars and trucks, bogarting, taking jobs, kicking butt, names, faces, whatever it is that you want to they tired of it. If you ain't got an American flag, they don't want to see no African flag, no Mexican flag, no Hispanic flag, no Chinese flag, no Japanese flag, no Venezuelan flag. They don't want to see it no more. They sick of it. He said he's sick of it. In the middle of his story, a truck flies out with the wrong flags on his car, and they just gonna bogart, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. These good white people is sick of it. And in the middle of his story, talking about this migrant crisis, see that man looking like Conor McGregor on there? All right. Good white man. Go ahead and finish your story, sir.
This guy's talking to us at the shop, and he says, yeah, I've only been here a month. I'm one of the migrants that came over here. I already got a job. It's a decent job. I make $16 an hour working at a factory, and the government helped me find a place to stay, and yada, yada, yada. Dude's got enough money to buy one of the most expensive vehicles there is to maintain. It's like a 2010 Audi Q5. He's already bought.
Wait a minute. Can we please replay that? I'm going to rewind it just a little bit just to make sure none of us missed any of these details. Because my C student education said that this man says that the government helped him find a place to stay. He's one of the migrants that came over. He has a job at a factory making $16 an hour. See, remember when y'all was out there protesting for the UAW and said, well, y'all want $42 an hour, 46% pay raise? He went and got him an Audi, one of the most expensive cars out here to maintain. And somehow, some way, he's surviving off of $16 an hour. They figured it out. They use Google Translate to communicate. They not even hiding it. They say, yeah, we one of the ones that came over. That's what they said. Let me replay this because I want to make sure that we communicating effectively here.
They came over here at the shop, and he says, yeah, I've only been here a month. I'm one of the migrants that came over here. I already got a job. It's a decent job. I make $16 an hour working at a factory, and the government helped me find a place to stay, and yada, yada, yada. Dude's got enough money to buy one of the most expensive vehicles there is to maintain. It's like a 2010 Audi Q5. He's already bought a 2010 Audi Q5. And being here in a month on some government program, he's got an Audi Q5, and he bought this couple $100 line or something for it. Just out of pocket, no problem, just paid for it. Went out and bought the Audi Q5. He's got a job in a warehouse making $16 an hour now. And yeah, he's already figured it out in a month. How
I told you. I warned you. I warned you. Listen. It's already been happening before you even knew that it was happening. By the time you found out that it happened, it's already taken place. The strategy usually is by the time people figure it out and they get upset about it, they just going to have to learn how to live with it. We're getting treated like step baby daddies. We are getting treated like step baby daddies. Oh, you don't know how the step baby daddies get treated like? Okay, so let me give you the skinny of how it happens. She comes in and she says, listen, I'm pregnant. You say, well, I'm not ready to be a father. She says, well, too bad, my body, my choice. I get to do what I want to do, and you are going to be the recipient of a child. You will be a father, and you will not reserve any monies in making sure that you contribute into this household and take care of this child. And so what he says is he has a dilemma to make. His options are, one, you can leave and decide you want to go and live your own life, but it does not resolve you of the responsibility of being able to be financially responsible for the child. Or 2, you can stick around and say, well, I have a financial obligation, I have a moral obligation, I have an ethical obligation to make sure that this child does not grow up without a father, because I may have grew up without a parent, and so I'm going to stick it out for my kid. And so now you, by the time that you find out that it's happening, have no choice of how you're going to respond to it. You have to assimilate. You have to make the adjustment, and you have to now become whatever it is that this woman wants to subject you to, because you are practically married to her for the rest of your life through the child, and then you will become a step baby daddy once again. That's the same way that the federal government is doing to y'all. They saying, listen, they over here, they had a child. Most of their kids are, you know what I'm saying, they're U.S. citizens now because it was born here on the United States soil, even though it was just born a month ago. And they cold out here in these streets of Chicago and Atlanta and Denver and New York and every other sanctuary city. We're not going to let them starve. We're not going to let them get cold. We have to make sure that we use taxpayer dollars to do the things that's in the best interest of these new citizens. It's the same play. Simping is simping regardless of whether or not you want to look at it from a relationship or you want to look at it from how you getting finesse with your political system. But here's the thing. You're going to be replaced. Oh, you don't want to do it for 16? Don't worry. Homie over here is going to do it for 16. He never made $16 an hour in his life. He's already driving an Audi. He's already learning your language. He can pay cash. He don't have no debt. He don't have no student loans that he got to worry about. He ain't got no baby mamas that he got to trip about. And who's to even say that that's his real name? What's your name again? Joe Smith?
To get on the system, how to get the assistance and stuff that he needed. Already has a job, has a work permit already, and already bought a car and buying parts to fix that car already within a month.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking infuriates me, because there have been literally people here for years that have been trying to pay into the system, that have been trying to get where they need to be, that has not made it as far as this dude has in a month.
In a month.
There's a problem here, people.
Mm-hmm.
It is a major problem. Major problem. I know a couple Venezuelans and Hondurans that have been here for a couple years, that have been here on work visas, that are trying to be a part of the system, be taxpayers and stuff like that, that don't have what this guy has. That has literally took them a year before they could buy their first car. And I talked to them about this situation. I called up one of my guys that I know, and I was telling him about it, and I was like, what do you think about this? And he said, yeah, it's bullshit, because we have to struggle so much, but these new people that came here out of nowhere, just getting bussed in on these government programs and stuff like that, they get whatever they want, and we have to work so hard to be a citizen, to pay taxes. We have to work so hard to get where we want to be, but these other people, no. Give them assistance, give them jobs, let's make sure they're taken care of, let's give them some money and stuff so they can sustain and live off of, and give them 6 months of paid this and that and everything else, and we'll make sure that they can take care of themselves, but everybody else can go to hell. It's pretty sad when you think about it. And I talking to my parts guy as he's translating and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, dude's got a job already, dude's already on some government program, already got a place to stay and stuff like that, already got a car, and he's only been here a month. What in the heck, man?
And you will like it, and you will love it, and you will embrace it, and you will not complain about it, and you will bend over. Hey, go ahead and give me the Vaseline, give me the baby oil, give me the... Oh, no. You the one that's getting finessed. In today's conversation, there will be no pauses. You got the you got the lube. Oh, we ain't got no lube. All right, don't worry about it. You got the baby oil. Oh, the baby oils ran out. Don't worry about it. We always got Vaseline. Ain't no Vaseline. We gonna use some spit. Sure. Either way, bend over. Either way, it's time to bend over, because you don't get to control, even though the money is coming out of your paycheck every single week. Even though the money is coming out of your paycheck every single week, every single month, every single year, and they're hiring more IRS agents every single day. They're trying to get 80,000 IRS agents to make sure that they wring you out of every single dollar that you could possibly get. And all that is them bending you over, and you better arch your back too. You better arch and point, boy, and I want to see your toes, your tippy toes, pointing forward, because I know that you're not arching your back, baby girl. If your tippy toes is not pointing forward and there's not a bend in that back and the up is upping, because they getting all the way there. They going all the way there on you. You going to like it. You going to love it. You going to live with them. You going to pay for them. Your kids are going to go to school with them, and you are going to take it. And just because you didn't buy no lube, that does not mean that we not going to explore. We going door to explore today. You want to do this the easy way or the hard way, like Fleece Johnson? You want to do it the easy way or the hard way, like Fleece Johnson? Let me tell you something. I want my $30 million, and I want to be on national TV because this is the greatest morning show on earth. We got over 2,100 people in here and counting. Make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications and share this with your family and friends so you can know how you going to point and arch your back.